Well, good evening, everyone. The April 22nd meeting of the Renville City Council will now come to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, let's take a look at the agenda for this evening. Does anyone have any changes, additions, or corrections? If not, I will take a motion to approve.
Would appear there's one action item to be added,
Right.
and that's the liability coverage waiver form.
Does everybody want to add that? You have a copy of it on your, in front of you. Did you want to make that motion, Dennis?
Well, to approve the agenda as.
As corrected?
Yes.
All right. Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the agenda for this evening with the addition of the tort liability waiver. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Let's take a look at the April 8th meeting minutes.
Move to approve the minutes from April 8th.
Thank you.
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the minutes of the April 8th council meeting. Any corrections or changes or additions or discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, no. Motion carried. There are no visitors with us this evening. No public hearings. Let's take a look at the committee reports. First one up would be the EDA.
Carrie Gisselson and Jen Sullivan were present to request funds to help support advertising and marketing Sugar Beet Days 2013. The event will be held June 5th through June 9th. Tentative schedule includes a parade, car show, hot air balloon launch, and petting zoo, among many other events. The Sugar Beet Days Committee is requesting $2,000. The EDA Committee recommends approving the Sugar Beet Days Committee request for $2,000.
Okay, we have a motion to approve $2,000 for advertising for the Sugar Beet Days Committee. Who would like to second that?
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to allow $2,000 for the advertising for the Sugar Beet Days Committee. Any other discussion or comments or concerns?
Just one question, what did we spend last year?
2,000. It's the same. Yep, it's the same. All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, no. Motion carried. You'll notice on that sheet of what they spent for advertising last year, and if you flip the sheet over, on the other side is a tentative schedule of some of the things that they have planned, and you can see that they've done a really good job of organizing it and putting together some new things for this year. All right, I will take a motion to approve the EDA report.
So moved.
I'll second.
Okay, sorry. We have a motion and a second to approve the EDA report. Any comments, concerns, questions? All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, no. Motion carried. Next up will be your report, Jordan.
Okay. I've got a couple of things today. If I can find my notes. Okay. Today is Earth Day, which is a perfect opportunity to announce that the City of Renville has been awarded a grant from Keep America Beautiful that will provide recycling bins for use in the community center and all other city buildings. We are also part of an application that would install additional recycling bins in the city parks. A formal press release will follow when more information becomes available. I've got a picture of the bins, and this is what they look like. They're about the size of a trash can, and I think they're either blue or red. So they'll pop up soon. So keep your eyes peeled.
Okay.
May is Arbor Month in Minnesota, and Arbor Day is the 26th, which kicks off the beginning of Arbor Month. So mark your calendars. If you need any assistance with planting a tree, or mainly if you want information, it's available at City Hall. We have a nice printout from the Minnesota Department of Natural Resources.
Starts 26th of April or May?
April. So, yep, April through May. Sorry.
Does that involve trees on the boulevard or on their personal property?
We don't have any planting planned or anything. It's mainly if they want information on how to plant a tree.
Oh,
we
I
can-
see, okay.
We can provide them with that. So.
Okay.
The next thing I've got is, sorry, I'm losing my, too many papers. Okay, the insurance trust. We have our 2012 dividend from the league, and we have a dividend of $12,828.
Wow,
So that came back to us. So
that's good. And that's because we didn't have very many claims or?
Correct.
That's from
Okay.
the health insurance?
That's from all of our coverage through the league, so just general liability coverage, in addition to workers' comp. So that's all I have.
Okay. Thank you.
I'll move to approve Jordan's report.
Okay, we have a motion to approve Jordan's report. Who would like to second that?
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve Jordan's report. Any discussion or questions? All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, no. Motion carried. Moving on to the action items, you have a copy of the liability coverage waiver form, and this is for the tort liability limits, monetary limits for this coming year. We signed this last year, as you can see on the back copy of this. If the city does not waive the statutory tort limits, an individual claimant would be able to recover no more than $500,000 on any claim to which the statutory tort limits apply. The total which all claimants would be able to recover for a single occurrence to which the statutory tort limits apply would be limited to $1,500,000. Those statutory tort limits would apply regardless of whether or not the city purchases the optional excess liability coverage. So I would need a motion for the city to not waive the monetary limits on the tort liability.
So moved.
Thank you.
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion and a second for the city to not waive the monetary limits on the tort liability established by Minnesota statutes 466.04. Any discussion on that or questions about what it really means? All right, if not, I will call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, no. Motion carried. Okay, let's take a look at the general fund bills for this time.
I have two items that could be discussed.
Okay,
The May 27th meeting we won't have it because it's Memorial Day, so we'll need to reschedule that. We will have Sarah Beavers from Oberlo and Associates at that meeting whenever we do set it. I would recommend setting it for Tuesday following the Monday, so that just the next day. But that's up for you guys to decide. So
okay.
May 29th?
So let's back up to the discussion items, if we could, please, and then decide on that. The second, are you talking about the 28th then?
yes,
Okay. So our council meeting, instead of being May 27th, would be May 28th. Could I have that in a motion?
I'll make that motion
Okay,
for the 28th versus the 27th.
okay.
I'd second that.
All right, we have a motion and a second to move our May 27th council meeting to May 28th at the same time? Al?
Correct.
Okay, at 7 PM.
Mhm.
All right. Any discussion? All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, no. Motion carried.
The second item I wanted to bring up is that I'll be out of town next Wednesday, when the, regularly scheduled Public Works meeting would be. Is there a different date that would be agreeable for the committee? Perhaps the next, or what would be the second Wednesday?
Well, the 8th, that's when we open bids for
Okay,
DuPont, isn't
That would
it?
make sense.
Okay.
Do it that way.
We just do it that day?
that would work. I believe it's at 11 o'clock.
Oh.
I'm not sure, but,
Okay, well, we could review the
Yep.
open bids at that
okay,
regardless.
sure.
You don't have to be there when they're being open.
Right, I didn't know if you guys wanted to, but, so, May.
Do you want to meet at 5:30 or do you want to do
Yeah,
a
5:30
noon
is
one
good.
or something?
I think 5:30 works best with Shane.
Okay.
Yeah, it's better for me.
Okay, so I'll need a motion to move the Public Works meeting from May 1st to May 8th at 5:30.
So moved.
Thank you. And a second?
Second.
All right. We have a motion and a second to move the Public Works meeting from May 1st to May 8th at 5:30. Any discussion? All right. All those in favor say aye. And opposed, no. Motion carried. As long as we're doing the discussion, do you want to mention the cleanup days?
Okay.
Because it was so cold last week?
Right, it was postponed because of the weather last time. It's scheduled for this Friday and Saturday. It's looking like it's gonna be postponed again. The backup dates for this weekend are May 3rd and 4th. So
When will we decide that? Do we decide
we'll-
tonight?
we'll probably figure that out tomorrow, depending on what happens tonight.
I think it's supposed to dry up after Wednesday.
It's gonna have to dry
So
up a
maybe-
bit, isn't it?
Right.
This is
We're,
gonna take a little much.
Yeah, it's such a mud hole to the dump. You can't get back there.
so we can figure that out tomorrow and see what happens tonight with the weather, and make arrangements
How
as
late do
necessary.
we have to get it out to the paper?
Well, the backup date would be,
I know what the backup date is,
Right.
but people won't know that we're using the backup date.
Right.
If we wait.
we would have to, I think it's noon on Wednesday.
Why don't we
Oh, no,
just
I'm
at
sorry,
this,
that's noon on Tuesday.
Noon is Tuesday.
why don't we just at this point
Have both of them.
do it on the first weekend in May?
That's what I would think, yeah.
And then we can advertise it as,
Okay.
not even think about this coming weekend.
Okay.
Because if it's muddy
Because
getting there,
It's gonna be so muddy again.
and the following week is the backup again.
Right, okay, so May 3rd and,
So skipping
That don't
April
mean- that
26th
don't
and
mean next
27th,
weekend's
just
gonna be-
removing
Oh,
that.
no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
It's still,
Yeah, there's no guarantees
we
of
have a
weather
pretty
in
good
it, so
idea
that,
that this weekend isn't gonna be the greatest.
exactly.
Uh-huh.
Because of,
Yep.
probably the weather's gonna be good, but
Do you need that in a motion then, or do we just do
it's a
it?
backup date, so maybe,
Okay. The new cleanup days will be May 3rd and May 4th. And what were the times again that everything was open? If you could repeat that?
I don't have it in front of me, let me check quick.
Okay.
That was like noon to 4 and then 8 to noon.
I think so.
That's all right.
10 to something, wasn't it?
Well, it was 10 to 4, but
10 to something, I think.
he's,
And then 8 to noon on Saturday.
Friday 10 to 4 and Saturday noon to what?
8 to noon.
8 to noon.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will need a motion to move cleanup days to May 3rd and 4th. Friday the 3rd would be 10 to 4 and Saturday the 4th would be 8 to noon.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you.
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to move cleanup days to May 3rd and 4th, 10 to 4 and 8 to noon. Any discussion?
They haven't brought the dumpsters yet, have they?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, not that it would cost us any more,
Right.
they'd have to sit there, I think it's, we just pay the kind of the fee one to get rid of it.
Yeah,
Correct.
all right. I'll call for the vote on that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, no. Motion carried. Okay, so we got that done. Okay, now let's take a look at the general fund bills. Sorry, I jumped over that. I'll take a motion to approve.
So,
Thank you.
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the general fund bills. Any discussion?
Just curious as to why the CenturyLink and Verizon Wireless bills are only for the police department this time.
The police department one, that is two separate data units. They come separate from our internet bill, or
Yeah,
telephone
for
bill.
regular phone bill, okay.
And as far as the CenturyLink bills, I am not certain why it would just be the police department. I can grab the file if you'd like me to.
Give me an answer.
Okay.
Any other questions?
nope, I'm just gonna make a comment being, Camden, that I think our attorney's fees are still in line.
Yes, yes, I. Keep watching it.
Appreciate that.
This ditch,
Yep.
what is that?
That's an assessment for our ditch.
But on last month's bills that you approved, the police department, the CenturyLink was not on there.
Okay.
The ditch
That
is for special assessments for improving and repairing County Ditch 45.
Okay,
Anybody
Oh.
that uses a ditch is assessed by the county.
okay,
Before we adjourn, I got something I need to bring up, like discussion item.
okay. Okay, any other questions on the general fund bills? If not, I will take a call for the vote. I'm already there, that's right. Got me all shook up there.
I'm just going to.
All those in favor say aye,
Aye.
and opposed, no. Motion carried, thank you. Every once in a while that happens. Okay, I guess I'm up next, and I don't know about you, but I'm sick of the weather, and that's about all I'm gonna say, is that I'm ready for spring. And the guys have done a really good job of all the different snowstorms that we've had, keeping the streets cleaned and getting everything cleaned up, and hopefully there haven't been too many falls and accidents and things like that, because it kinda catches you off guard, and one day it's dry and clean, and the next day you're tripping through a bunch of snow, so thank you to the guys for doing a good job in keeping everything clean and open. So, anyone else have anything they wanna add to?
I do. It was brought to my attention that I think going into the cemetery yard, there's one heck of a bump there. And
On the gravel road?
on the road going into the
I
cemetery.
couldn't get in last week, I went.
I think the driveway, and then there's some real bad potholes and stuff in the road going in. Somebody did make a comment that they would pay for some gravel and that, and I don't think we need to go there, but I think we need to put some work into leveling that off a little bit, if we gotta go in with a grader or something or whatever.
I know we ended up taking the blacktop off of that, cause it was so beat up. Maybe we need to get some more work done on that to
We can
maybe
take a look
smooth
at
it out.
It is pretty rough out there.
Yeah.
I couldn't
And
believe
that cemetery road is always a problem, you know, when there's a funeral and you got new people in town or people that come into your town. It's such an impressionable road that we do need to keep that up a little bit better and
And I think just going into the cemetery itself, there's a pretty good rut there, is what was brought
Cause
to my
that would be our
attention.
responsibility, the road out in front wouldn't be.
No, but
Right.
the-
Yeah.
the driveway
That's
going
what I
in and
thought,
stuff,
yes,
is pretty rough.
we're talking about.
We'll take a look at that.
anybody else have anything? Any good comments you've heard about anything? It's all quiet.
It's snowing.
Yeah.
That's the only thing people talk about anymore, I mean,
It's moisture.
I don't care who you see,
is.
where you are, whatever, that's the only thing that they can talk about.
I tell you what, I have seed potatoes at the store this year, and I've not done that forever, and they have sprouts on them this long already. They should have been in the ground, so
Good
I am,
Friday, my
anxious to get them out of there because, they definitely need to be planted somewhere. But, you know, how do you get into the ground?
luck.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Some of mine were refrigerator, slow to sprouting down.
Yeah, but, I said if they don't move, they'll be in the community garden, and guess what, everybody in Renville will have potatoes and all the lefts that they want this year. Okay, with that, I think we're done, and I will take a motion to adjourn.
I will make that motion.
Thank you.
I will second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor say aye. And opposed, no. Motion carried.